Hey, it's Bobby the Fat Camper, and I am going camping. So I've got my boy, he's grabbing the fishing gear right now. We're all packed up. We're probably way overpacked for this trip, which is okay. We got our fishing boat back there. Gonna take it on its, kind of second maiden voyage. I took it out yesterday to make sure that it floated. It's not completely done, and I'll give you guys a little overview of that in a little bit. All right, so we made it to Bear River, and well, the water is super high. I mean, higher than I've ever seen it, and which is cool because, you know, I mean, it's high. So that also meant the boat ramp that I typically use, that I've used every year, I was not able to access it. There was just, without four-wheel drive, there was no getting down it. So I had to go over to the store and use their boat ramp, paid for it. I parked on this street. There was no sign saying no parking, so I'm hoping that I'll be good to leave my car there overnight. We're only going for one night, so hopefully, here's to hoping. So, all right, hopefully the next shot you see is me and my boy out on the water. The boat's already down there, launched it, threw our stuff in there. Yeah, so here we go. All right, so we are out on the water. Yeah, finally. Took a little practice, and we're just trying to get used to how to do this. And the first time we've ever launched our own boat, and I'll be honest, man, this is the first time I've ever driven an outboard motor kind of like this. So this is an adventure. This is what we're all about here at the Fat Camper, and we are adventuring and experimenting, and we're just using this little 30-pound trolling motor, so it's going to take us a while to get over to our campsite. It's going to be fun, but we got sunscreen on, and our oops, sorry about that. We got sunscreen on. I didn't bring all my nice camera gear this time around just because well, let's face it, I didn't have a dry box and I didn't want to take any chances. So we're out on the water, and as of right now, we don't have any water in the boat, which is a plus. We've got all of our camping gear in here. You know, I've got 2 batteries for the trolling motor, and motor seems to be working pretty good. It's kicking us along. So hopefully the next video is either us fishing or us at campsite, or just, you know, shots of Bear River Reservoir. So we're at Lower Bear. We've been here. The water is higher than I've ever seen it. So, but we've been out to Bear River, I mean, for the last 10 years. We've been coming here. We really enjoy it. It's a good family spot. People are pretty nice, and the water is beautiful. So I'll get some shots of everything kind of around us and let you know. We are about halfway through on the lake.
Probably a quarter away.
Maybe a quarter of the way. I don't know, halfway. And so the boat is holding up. We do have a little bit of water in the back of the boat. I think it's just from maybe a couple of leaking rivets. There's always gonna be a little bit of water. So far, it's nothing I'm uber concerned about. I did notice that when I had the trolling motor on full, one of the wires started to smoke on the battery, so I dialed it back just a bit, and see if I can hold this thing a little bit steadier, sorry. We are still trolling along, hoping to get to our our campsite. We're gonna set up camp first, and then probably go out and do some fishing and whatnot. So, having fun. All right. So we found a little campsite, just right off the water. Tied our boat off, and I had to use the restroom, so I'm like, wherever we pull in, it's where I'm going, marking my territory. So we found a little spot. We're eating lunch right now because, you know, it's lunchtime, and yeah. So we're just relaxing, trying to enjoy some of the shade. It does look like we're gonna get some sun right over the top of us. I'm gonna try to see what I can do to rectify that. And but first, I need to get some energy.
Wait, do we have a tarp?
No, we don't have a tarp.
You forgot that tarp.
Well, I will say, this adventure has not been without its adventure. So.
Yeah, you know what? We probably were in that boat for about an hour and a half.
The boat ride was long.
It was long.
Because I couldn't turn the boat motor above 3.
Or it would start smoking.
And there's some nice jet ski boat out here, and they are
Make a wave.
making some nice wakes for us to have to
Conquer.
tackle. So.
I said conquer.
All right, we conquered them. All right, so I'll give you a little tour of our campsite here in a minute, and but I'm going to finish eating, so stay tuned. So we had lunch, and we've got camp kind of set up. So we're both pretty kind of tired. We got up early, drove out here, and been out in the sun for quite some time, boating over here because, you know, the trolling motor issues, but. We got hammocks set up, and you know, they're not half bad, kind of comfy. As you can see, I'm kind of swaying right now, and it's probably like maybe a little over 90 degrees out right now, so it's warm. You know, the sun's going to be going over me, but I've got a couple of trees. It's going to give me a little bit of shade, but if need be, I'll throw my hat over my face and be good. So we did hang up, you know, our clothes and, you know, and whatnot. So we are able to just chill. I think we're going to take a nap and relax for a little while, and then figure out what we want to do after that, because we don't have an agenda, we don't have an itinerary. It's not what this is about. This is about just getting out and relaxing and really enjoying the outdoors. So I'm going to stop stressing about stuff and start enjoying life. So with that, I'm going to take a nap. Well, I'm trying to take a nap. Not working out too well. It's hot. Unfortunately, it's now like 12:30, and the sun is right over the top of us. And I mean, unfortunately, this hammock covers, you know, like if I hold it, obviously, if I hold it, then it covers my face, but it's kind of hard to take a nap and hold it at the same time. The hammock's pretty darn comfy. I haven't felt it stretch or, you know, feel insecure in it whatsoever. I've rolled over on my side a couple of times and, you know, moved around. I did take my sleeping bag and put it over my legs. You know, not because I'm cold, but to keep the sun off my legs, and sunburn, so no bueno. So I have a little bit of airflow underneath me because I don't have an underquilt. Obviously, it's summertime. But, so that's kind of keeping me somewhat regulated. But there's that problem. If it slips out of my hand, I get sun in my eyes, and it's hard to take a nap. So My son's over fishing because he couldn't sleep either. So he's going back and forth, trying to find a little fishing spot and kick back and relax. I'm not ready to get out of my hammock yet. So, yeah, more to come. So, I don't know if it's the elevation or the heat or what. I'm drinking water. I've had like 3 bottles of water and a couple of Gatorades. So I don't think I'm dehydrated, but I just feel kind of weak. I had some lunch, so that earlier, about an hour or so ago when we got here. And so a big reason why I'm trying to take a nap is because I don't feel like I have a whole lot of energy at all. So I don't know if it's from just getting zapped being in the sun all day and, you know, boating over here or stressing on stuff or just waking up early or what it is, but I just feel zapped. So here's hoping that I get some energy soon. Want to get out and do some fishing a little bit later. Obviously it's noon, so I'm not going to catch a darn thing right now, but get out and do some fishing later, and yeah. Alright, more to come. Alright, so a nap didn't happen. So we got in our hammocks. It's just hot. The sun's kind of, it's a little after 1, I think, now, and the sun's right above us. So there's boats going back and forth right now, and we decided that we would just go ahead and get up. Fortunately, right here it's kind of shady, and there's a little bit of a breeze. So I just set up my chair, and I'm enjoying it right now. Eli is over trying to catch the big one.
I saw a giant fish jump like right over here, not too far for where I'm fishing. And I recasted it. I used all my might, and I have it right now sitting in a little hole. Hopefully we won't lose a fishing pole. I should probably get my soda and just head up there.
Yeah, you left your soda over in the sun.
What?
So you left your soda over in the sun.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be nice and warm.
I grabbed it and put it right here on top of the ice chest.
Oh, this is mine?
That's yours.
Oh.
Joker.
Thank you.
You gotta look out for your kids, you know. So I'm gonna relax here and enjoy some shade and the nice cool breeze. And then I'll probably go over and join him and kill some power bait. So, but it is a nice day. Just sort of, it's a little warm. And I think the elevation mixed with the sun all morning is probably why I wasn't feeling so hot. I feel okay now, you know, I think just resting was what I needed. You know, fortunately, like I said earlier, we don't have an agenda or any sort of itinerary or anything like that. We're just out here to simply just enjoy the outdoors. So far, I can't say that I'm hating it. So my hammock is pretty comfy. You know, if I had to complain about something, which I don't have to complain about anything, would be the sun is pretty blaring right now. So, but you know what? I promised you a tour of the campsite. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do this right from my chair. Down there's actually already a built little fire pit area, so we don't have to collect rocks or anything. And there's that cool stump right next to it where we can use that as a table. I could set the stove up on there and we can boil some water, do whatnot. So over here we have Eli's hammock. Eli is all set up right here. It's good distance off the ground. Now my son has a thing about fans. He has to have a fan on to sleep. So I bought him that battery operated fan right there. He puts it right there in his hammock and boom, he's out. So hey, whatever works, you know. You gotta hang out with your kids. So this hammock here is actually the same exact one I'm using And it's rated, the straps are rated at 800 pounds, and the hammock itself is rated at 660 pounds. And you know, it's a nice hammock. I get in it, and I like I said, I don't feel like it's, you know, stretching to its limit or capacity. It's tight, and getting in it, the bottom sags down pretty good, but it's comfortable. So Eli's gonna go ahead and hop in his hammock real quick.
MTV Cribs. So
MTV Cribs.
I had to cut some of these bushes back because they were just poking me in the butt. And then my dad actually taught me how to set up a hammock, basically tie it to a tree. It's pretty easy. He'll show you. But I got my hammock here. Me and my dad both have the same exact hammock, same color, same everything, and it's pretty easy to get in it. But to get out, it kind of hurts, like right here, and it's just not comfortable. But to get in it, that's not how you get in it.
That's the first I've seen that happen. You all right?
Yeah, that hurt my back.
Oh man. Okay, so let's make sure we show the right way to get in this hammock.
Ow, that hurt my back.
You're gonna be all right.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Ow, that hurt.
Okay, so the idea is you grab one side and you set it under your butt, and then you hold the other back end. You crumple it up before you sit down. There you go, and then you just sit down, and then you're in. So before you put your feet in, if you're going to keep your shoes on, make sure you kick off all the dirt, so that way, you know, none of the dirt gets in your hammock with you. You are able to use it as a chair. Once you get in like this, it's actually pretty comfy to just sort of sit and have a nice lean back area and whatnot. But once you're in it, to try to get back to this is not the easiest thing as a fat camper. But overall, I'm thinking these hammocks are definitely a good buy. You can't really beat it for 36 bucks right now on Amazon, and they're great camping hammocks. One thing I do like, either go ahead and get it all the way in.
Get all the way in. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and keep my shoes on,
All right, just kick the dirt off.
and then I'll just kick the dirt off later when you go to sleep. So it's pretty easy. You're not gonna see me. Hello. Goodbye.
One of those things, yeah, exactly. So one of the things that's really beneficial that I wasn't sure if it's going to be a benefit or you know, not, is the fact that it goes all the way over your head. So go ahead and lay back. Go ahead and lay back. And you put that over. I was doing that earlier, and it was nice because it was blocking the sun out. And as you can see too, it has the pocket right there. Go ahead and show the pocket.
So here's a pocket. So my dad put his phone that he's recording on right now over, so it'd cover him from the sun, because the sun is blazing right there and it's hurting my eyes out. And so he just kind of did this. Well, he didn't do that. He did this. So hold it like this, but I'm gonna do it like this tonight.
Yeah.
But,
you're a little smaller than I am, so you're able to do
yeah,
that.
I'm a bit smaller than you, but still, it's nice and comfy. This is actually the first time I'm ever gonna sleep in a hammock.
My setup is right back over here. I've hung my sleeping bag right here at the end, and then we have a little bit of you can see it through the tree. I used a ratchet strap and just ratchet it between two trees. Quite frankly, it just makes it nice and taut and a little bit easier. I don't have to know a knot or anything like that. And when you're boat camping, weight isn't necessarily the hugest issue. So if I were backpacking, obviously that wouldn't be okay. But when you're boat camping, you can throw stuff in a tote. It works out really good. So and we were able to hang our clothes and all of our stuff right there. And then I've got my hammock right there, nice and comfy. You know, my head goes on that end over there, and my feet are over here. And then I bought a little $5 pillow from Walmart to kind of put it under my head. I found that really helped a lot. And same with Eli, he had to have the pineapple one.
My sister got it, not me.
That's true. Sister loves you. All right, Eli. Go ahead and show us how you get out.
Oh, this is gonna hurt, isn't it? Sometimes you might need a buddy. Sometimes you don't. But sometimes us fat campers, we need at least a buddy. Or
However,
ow!
I did find
Oh, crap.
getting out on the other side is a little bit easier.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Oh my gosh, yes it is. Oh, I hate you. Why did you not tell me that earlier?
I just found it out when getting out of mine. Well, I gotta say that was pretty comical watching Eli fall out of his hammock. I'm gonna really enjoy watching and editing that over and over and over again. No, I give him a hard time. So he's gonna go and do some more fishing. Checking on his pole over there while he's doing that. He doesn't have any fish on, so I don't think he's gonna catch anything right now. It's noon. Well, right after noon. I think it's 1:30. I don't know what time it is. I don't really care. But yeah, so we're having a good time. Like I said, I'm starting to feel a little bit better now. I'm starting to get acclimated to the elevation and just resting and getting some cool air, getting out of the sun. That's really helping. So we decided to go back out on the boat for a little bit, just kind of goofing off right now, not really doing a whole lot, just letting Eli get a turn to drive. We're going lightning speed.
Super fast.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow, yeah. That's copyright, just saying.
So the wind has picked up a little bit, so it's blowing the water our way and causing us to rock pretty good. So make sure you keep the bow pointed that way.
That's what I'm doing right now.
So that way you're driving into the waves and you're not going to get pushed back into those rocks back there. So I'll give you guys a little tour of Bear River. We're back by the
second dam.
The upper dam, I think it's called. I'm not sure what it's called, but
Let's just call it the second dam.
let's just call it the second dam. It's like the spillway area. It's actually right around that corner there, and you keep going back and you'll hit it. I mean, we're pretty much right there, but we found a little cove. Our campsite's right over there, nice and hidden. You can't really see our hammocks from the lake.
You can't see anything.
You can see our boat. If you come back here, you can see our boat shored, but other than that, you can't see our hammocks, which is nice. So we're kicking back,
Land hole.
getting some vitamin D.
Vitamin D is good for your health.
I don't know what he just said, but yeah. So as you can see in my boat, I actually don't have any seats in here yet. So I got to paint, and I'm putting a box that's going to go in there, a container type thing. So
There's some lead there.
I've got a big captain's chair, my chair in here, and then Eli's sitting on an ice chest. The reason he's sitting on an ice chest, honestly, is because it puts you in a little bit better position to be able to maneuver around with the motor. So
a little bit less tall, because when you were sitting in your chair doing it, you were probably pretty tall. I was
up high, and it was kind of hard to maneuver around. I couldn't turn to look where I was driving, so I grabbed the ice chest and got on there, and it was good to go. So we're just gonna boat around for a little bit, probably not too long, but
I just want to drive around.
he just wanted to drive around a little bit, which is fine. So
I haven't got the driver's boat yet.
we do have a little bit of water in the boat.
Actually, it doesn't seem that much.
Might scoop it out a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll take the batteries, we'll put them right there.
So yeah, having fun, enjoying the outdoors.
Good job,
He doesn't know the Titanic music. Therefore, wherever you are, something, 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 something.
Okay.
Land ho!
Okay.
We just got back to camp from boating around, being silly. We're both a little winded and carrying ice chests and our stuff back up to the camp. But being winded is about, when you're a fat camper, is about 70% of what you're going to be doing. Isn't that right, Eli?
Yes.
Alright, shut the ice chest. These ice chests, you can't leave them open, otherwise the ice will just melt. Stuff's not going to stay cold. So I freeze a few water bottles and I throw them in there, plus I put some ice in there. All the ice chest is doing is keeping drinks cold. The only thing we have that's needs to be refrigerated, sort of, is the cheese
And the hot dogs.
and the hot dogs. So not super worried about those. It stays pretty darn cold. It says it'll keep things ice cold or ice for 10 days. That's not gonna happen. So Eli says yes, but I put ice in that thing this morning and there's very little ice left.
There's still a lot of ice.
He's got to argue with everything I say. That's what he does. Preteens. Can't live with them. Can't drown him. Wait, I could drown him in the lake and nobody would know.
No.
So Eli decided to break out the stove.
I'm gonna boil some hot dogs.
Make some hot dogs. We might have a fire later, but
No. Oh, I'm like, no, we're not gonna have a fire. I thought you were talking like a fire. I'm like, we're not gonna have a fire. I have a well-trained fire specialist.
really,
Yes.
in what world?
All worlds, except for this one.
So, cool bird just came over and landed. Just chilling and hanging out there. Flying around. Kind of nice. Alright, I am going to try this whole nap thing again. So, after going out and boating around and whatnot, I'm not feeling 100%. So, I am going to try and take a nap and feel better. And
I got a fire.
Eli built a fire.
After 5,000 attempts failed.
Yeah. So, I'm not sure why he built a fire. We don't need one right now. It's hot still. But he had that desire to conquer fire. So, I let him. So, he made himself a couple hot dogs. Can't really complain. So, alright, I am going to try to take a nap and relax and feel better. Man, I don't know why. It's just kicking my butt. Ant. So, hopefully that is the last ant I find in my hammock. That would be bad. Ants in my pants. Alright. Be back. Well, I was able to get a little bit of a nap, which definitely helps. I feel a little bit better, but the sun started blaring down on me and woke me up. So I am probably a good thing I woke up, so that way I'm not up all night. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. I think I'm gonna sleep okay tonight. But yeah, just relaxing. I was just talking to Eli. We decided we're gonna just chill. We thought about playing a card game, but we forgot cards. We forgot any sort of game entertainment type thing. So I think all we're gonna do is just relax and talk. Well, I toughed it out. I really don't feel good, and I talked to my son, and he's okay with going home. So I think we're gonna go ahead and pack up. It's 4:30, and so if we get on the water now, we'll make it back in time to get out of here today without driving in the dark. So it's just, I mean, it's beautiful out here, and I hate to go, and I even offered to just tough it out, but I feel miserable. I really want to puke, but I can't. And so not the greatest first adventure, but it's the first one, and there's going to be a lot more. I'm really looking forward to it. My son's only stipulation, the only thing that he said that we absolutely have to do is, in order for us to leave, because I left it up to him, was he wants to come back to this exact same camp spot as soon as my boat motor's fixed. So I'm having the carburetor rebuilt, and so as soon as that's done, it won't take us an hour and a half to get over to this spot. So, all right, I'm gonna pack up. We're gonna hit the water. All right, well, we are officially on the water on our way back to the car. You know, I'm feeling okay right now. I was getting really lightheaded as we were packing up and whatnot, but I think that was just, you know, from moving around and stuff like that. I don't know what it is. I'm hoping it's not a bug, because I'm supposed to go move a buddy of mine to Arizona in a couple of days, and I have 2 more camping trips planned. So I'm gonna definitely have to make this up to Bubba. He says it's okay, but I know he's bummed. I'm bummed too. But I think we've come to an agreement on what we're gonna do. As soon as my boat motor's fixed, we're gonna come back out here and we're gonna go back to that same exact spot, and we're gonna do it up. I think next time we should bring a deck of cards or something too.
Yeah, let's bring some board games, because it was pretty bored.
Something for us to hang out and do. Maybe a football. I mean, granted, we could have gone in the water.
Granted, it was pretty cold.
It was kind of cold. It's kind of cold. This is all snow runoff. So, but we are on our way back to the car. It's going to take us a while. We'll show you guys that's how far we've gone. Doing really good. The boat. The funny thing is, I've had the motor on 5 because we're fighting the wind getting back to shore, and the battery's not smoking. So thank you, Jesus. You know, it's a miracle. I'm really happy. I mean, granted, I wish that it wouldn't have smoked earlier, so we would have got over there a lot faster, but I'll take it. I'll take it, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you for everything. All right. So this isn't going to be my sign off. We're going to sign off when we get back to the car, because we still have a hike to the car.
You have a hike to the car.
I have a hike to the car. I got to bring it down. We got to load it up. But yeah. So when I do that, I'll give you my final thoughts in the car. So more to come. Well, we are almost there. I think the end is in sight, sort of, kind of. Eli, you're drifting to the right again. My son has a hard time keeping the boat straight. It's not that hard. The motor's not going that fast. He just, you know, he has a hard time doing 2 things at the same time, like drink water and steer the boat. Anyway, so we are getting there slowly but surely. We are making our way back. It's probably close to 6:30 right now. So it's taken us a couple hours to get to where we're at, but we're almost there. Not to mention we still have a hour and 40-minute drive home. but hopefully there's someplace open on our way home. We can stop and grab a goodie or something. I don't know, we'll see. So, all right. Having fun out of the water. I'm really, I have no idea why the battery all of a sudden decided to cooperate, and so we've had the boat motor on full blast, which is good because the wind is blowing against us. So, but we've had the boat motor on full, and we don't have any smoking or anything like that, so which is good. Smoking is bad. Listen, kids, smoking is bad. All right, just say no. Land ho!
Land ho!
We see the dog. We're gonna approach it super duper crazy slow because that's all the speed we got.
That's all the dang speed we ever get.
Super fun. Alright. I get up to the car. Steep hill, a couple of them. So, getting up there. I made it. I made it to the car. Now to go get Eli, load the boat up, drive home. Here we
go. You're never gonna see me fall again, okay?
Although that's gonna be priceless.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
If this video gets 100 views, I'm gonna get so mad.
This video gets 100 views. We're gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it to a techno music.
No, you're not.
Do, do,
No,
do,
you're not.
fall, fall, fall. Do, 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 fall, fall, fall. It'll be fun.
No.
Yeah.